Hello, my friends. This is basically a Paiute Dead-fall Trap for securing small game, and it just depends on what you're after. I was just experimenting around today, messing around. This is really not exactly how you do it. I just got tired of messing around trying to get that stick right there to stick up into the log, so I just kind of wedged it down in the ground. It still works, but not as well. The biggie I was pretty curious about, though, is I've been checking up on this material right here. This stuff I was playing around with a few months ago in my Frugal Bushcrafter video, and it's good. It's great stuff for cordage, and it is February, and the stuff is still green. It's still flexible, still makes good cordage. I've been messing around with this stuff, doing a like a 2-strand cord, the 2-strand weave. I've been braiding it. It's good for all sorts of stuff, but what I just love about it is what I use down here. See, I didn't have to process it all, so less labor. That's very, very important. My 2 cents personally on these deadfalls is there are excellent ways, an excellent way to get, if you needed to secure protein, if you are out in the middle of nowhere and you're trying to be self-sufficient, survival, long-term survival or whatever, or trapping and stuff, they're a great way to go for small game. You need a bunch of them. For my neck of the woods, where I'm at around here, right, they're not as easy as they are in some other places. It's really hard for me to find a flat rock that works very good. There's not a lot of slate and stuff around here, and you just don't see materials like this. This log right here, this was cut. They're doing some trimming up here. One of my favorite places to hike is an old power line road, and they're obviously doing some cutting up here, trimming some stuff out away from the power lines. And excuse me. And so there's a nice log. If you don't have a lot of tools with you, you may not find just natural logs like this out in nature. Sometimes it's not easy finding deadfall materials, and they're just not laying there waiting for you to use them, right, on game trails and stuff too, where you might find a lot of small animals. This is a pretty good area up in here. There's just lots of down stuff. There's lots of nests and all sorts of things. You got all the squirrels. This would be a pretty good area. Lots of trees with acorns and pine nuts and everything else up here, or pine cones. So this would be a pretty good area, especially if I've got a baited trap. But still, this would be a good area. Other areas you might have to go looking for materials, go looking for stuff that you gotta, and you gotta lug it around. And if you want to put out a good 10 to 15 of these traps, trying to increase your odds of getting enough to feed you, it takes a little more work than it might sound like it. It's just part of the game. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. They're still great little traps, and they're fun to play around with. And what I learned is I'm just, this cordage, this stuff I'm using for cordage is just fantastic stuff. Anyways, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later, guys.